Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I want to start by saying I am sorry I did not get to stream Birth by Sleep again tonight like I thought I was going to. I ran into some problems with like the high score challenge, with other things, I had to eat dinner, so there's just a lot of things that came up weirdly within these past few hours that prevented me from being able to stream again, and now I gotta go to bed soon. But with that being said, let's talk about the actual focus of this video, which is going to be these Captain Goofy avatar boards. So we're going to have 11 days to decide if we want to pick up these boards, and they are going to be 2,500 jewels apiece. Now let's go ahead and take a look into the notice here. So lead the Royal Knights with the Captain Goofy avatar boards. For 2,500 jewels apiece, each board includes a set of avatar parts, boost medals, including 3 magic broom medals, a magic gem, plus a trio of useful skills. Dress your character up with Captain Goofy avatar parts. Stock up on bonus medals like Chip, Dale, Sid 10, and Magic Mirror medals, plus 3 Magic Broom medals, along with a magic gem from each board. Now, this is the kicker that's going to be fantastic for a lot of people right now. Get Attack Boost 6 Max and SP Gauge 2, Attack Boost 5 Max and Lux++, and Defense Boost 4 skills. Wow, that is a fantastic trio of skills right there. There is a lot going on with these 3 skills, so let's go ahead and talk about them from the Defense Boost 4, moving our way backwards into that Attack Boost 6 Max SP Gauge 2. So starting with Defense Boost 4, Defense Boost 4 is a solid skill to have, especially if you want to put it on just support medals that you don't plan on guilting. Like, let's say you have a stained glass medal that you don't plan on guilting, but you plan on using it a lot. You could put Defense Boost 4 on there because it acts as your buffer, and then it'll also act as a defensive mechanism for you. You can put it on a Kyrie EX if it doesn't have a skill, Illustrated Xion EX if it doesn't have a skill. I know those banners are out right now. So honestly, Defense Boost 4, it's a really solid skill. It's not a max skill, which kind of impairs it. But you know what? When you are cutting down damage as much as Defense Boost 4 can, that is totally fine. There's always a good place for a Defense Boost if you have like the right booster medals and you're not using other skills on them like Second Chance or like an SP skill already. So Defense Boost 4 is an overall solid skill just to have on your buffer medals, because you're not going to be dealing damage with the buffer medals. You're going to be pretty much using them to buff yourself up, and then you can also use them for defensive utility with this skill. Moving into the Attack Boost 5 Max and Lux++, wow, that is pretty amazing considering we are midway through a raid week. So dependent on how people use this skill, it can actually probably change the tide from someone being above 100 or within that top 100, considering that Lux++ is going to increase the amount of Lux more than just a regular Lux+. So the fact that they threw this midway through a raid week is kind of sketchy. It makes me kind of wonder if they're just trying to be very strategic by where they give us the skills so that we purchase the boards. So I don't know, I feel kind of skeptical about it, but regardless of whether or not it's raid week, that Attack Boost 5 Max is still an Attack Boost 5 Max. That is still going to be useful for a lot of people. To be able to slap on that Lux++ just makes it that much more valuable. And considering that we're at like a shortage of skills, especially with all the metal banners that we've been getting, you know, that can be a fantastic skill just for the strength alone. You could put it on a stained glass medal, you could put it on like the illustrated Diz if you got like dual or triple damage and raids on it. So that skill can go on a lot of different places, if not as a raiding medal, as just an Attack Boost 5 Max, which is still, it's not the highest we've got. We've got Attack Boost 6 Max, but an Attack Boost 5 Max, doubling the damage that the medal can dish out is nothing to laugh at. That is like the difference between doing like 1,000 bars of damage versus 2,000 bars of damage. So that is a big difference, regardless of the fact that it's not the best Attack Boost skill we've got. Moving on to our last skill, Attack Boost 6 Max and SP Gauge 2. That is also a fantastic skill. It came in, again, just at the right time because they just released that Lexius Plus banner, which costs 6 gauges just to use that. So to be able to reduce that down to 2 gauges is really good, and to get Attack Boost 6 Max on it, that thing is just gonna be monstrous. I hope that a lot of people didn't dish out a skill on it like right away, or at least not something that they see as disposable. because this is pretty much going to be the skill for that medal. Attack boost 6 max, and then to decrease that SP gauge down to 2 versus the 6 that it normally requires is going to be very, very useful for people. Not only that, but I lost my train of thought. What did I want to say about this Lexaeus Plus? I wanted to say something about this Lexaeus Plus, but not only is that skill good for Lexaeus Plus, it's also good for the Illustrated Diz if people got like ground or extra attack or aerial minus 60 on the Illustrated Diz. That is a really solid choice for the medal, to be able to use this skill for that medal. That is a really good choice. Again, for people that haven't been playing very long, to elaborate on these GA2, GA1, GA0 skills, what that means is that it effectively lowers the cost that the medal spends when you try to activate it. So what do I mean by that? Let's say a medal costs 6 gauges to activate its special attack. You're going to activate the special attack, and then instead of the 6 that it normally costs, it's going to drop it down to 2. With the big caveat with these being, you have to have the initial amount of SP gauges. So going back to the example, you need to have at least 6 SP bars to activate the skill, but it'll only spend 2 gauges. So you're still left with 4 gauges after that. But again, you just have to start above the cost of the medal originally without the SP skill. So with that being said, that is pretty much a short analysis of all 3 of these skills. Again, it is very worth it. Even if you're thinking about them at like 833 jewels a piece, you're also getting the other stuff. So you're getting magic mirrors, you're getting brooms, you're getting a magic gem, and you're also getting an avatar part, which does item drop perk +3, which can be useful for things like Union Cross, where they bring back old medals to increase your drop rate and to make sure that you're wasting less time on trying to get things like the Young Riku medal, on things like the 7 Dwarves medals, on things like the Zootopia medals. So item drop perk is more essential for Union Cross when you're doing the missions that give old medals. So here's just the breakdown of the extra stuff. Again, the real deal is going to be in these skills. I am definitely going to buy one right now, and I know exactly which medal I want to give that attack boost 5 max and Lux plus +2. So we will do that at the end of this video here. So we have this magic gem. Or you know what, I'll have to tell you about it because the way I record things is a little bit differently. So yeah, that's all the stuff of this avatar board. If you ask me if I think it's worth it, yes. It is absolutely worth it because you're getting 2 max skills. You're instantly getting 2 skills that will have 100% proc rate versus something like attack boost 6 max Lux plus, which has like a 54% proc rate without any skill perk pluses on there. So the fact that you're getting 2 skills that instantly proc at 100% once you level them up all the way is just worth it. Max skills are just worth it in general because then there's less RNG involved, there's less random number generating involved, and the lower you can decrease that random number generating in terms of what you need, like let's say you're doing high score challenges and you're relying on the random number generator to make sure your skills proc every single time, it just pretty much decreases the luck necessary in order to beat certain aspects of this game. And the more you can decrease the luck, the better your chances are and the further you can go, guaranteed. So I know that was kind of a confusing explanation. I was kind of up and down there. But yeah, just know that the more you can guarantee something, the better it is in this game. That's the same deal with like mercy pulls. It's the same deal with skills. So again, the higher your percentage of getting things the way you want it, the better. And 2 max skills, each of them going to have 100% proc rate at the maximum level, is awesome. It is just fantastic, and it came at the right time for a lot of people. And then Defense Boost 4 is just, again, Defense Boost 4, you might never need it, especially if you're playing a very aggro-heavy game, but you might need it, and it doesn't hurt to just have it on the side, along with those 2 max skills. It's very rare that they give us boards that have max skills attached to them, like multiple max skills attached to them, so I would definitely take advantage of this board if you can. Just keep in mind, like I said earlier on in the video, you're going to get 11 days to decide on this, and the big deal with it being 11 days means that it's going to not only stretch over the current jewel banners medal banners, it's going to extend into the next set of banners. So what do I mean by that? So if we look at our shop, all of these all of these banners, all these metal banners, they're going to end within 4 days. Now, that means the 4 days are going to expire. You know, we're going to lose all these banners. The Captain Goofy avatar board will still be there. And then there's going to be a new banner, which will likely expire within 7 days. Meaning that you have 2 full sets of metal banners to go through to decide if you need this Captain Goofy avatar board. So just keep that in mind going forward. You don't need to spend the jewels immediately. Yes, the skills are fantastic. Yes, it comes with other things aside from those skills, making it even more fantastic. But no, you are not required to spend if you don't need them. I'd recommend getting them just because Attack Boost 6 Max is currently the best we've got in terms of attack boost. There's a lot of targets that you can use it on. You could use it on pretty much almost anything that comes in this falling price deal. So the Lexius, the Armor of the Master, Hercules B. So yeah, you can, there's a lot of different places where you can put that skill. Just another note for the SP skills: if your metal costs less than 2 and then you put that attack boost 6 max and SP gauge 2 skill on there, it's gonna spend 2 gauges. So let's say you have like 1 gauge and then the metal has an activation cost of 0, so let's say like a copy metal. If you have the copy metal with attack boost 6 max, SP gauge 2, it's going to drain that 1 SP bar you had left, even though the initial cost of the metal was free. So keep that in mind, that SP gauge skills can work both up and down based on, you know, which metal you're putting it on. So just keep that in mind, that there's plenty of time to decide if they're going to do some sort of sneaky thing, and then after this banner, after these set of banners that disappear within 4 days, they're going to give us a skill banner. That would be kind of a tricky scenario to be in. So just keep that in mind. Skill banners were a thing in the Japanese version where they pretty much got a skill every single pull. And I believe it was only 1,500 jewels per pull. Someone correct me if that's wrong. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You know, this could be baiting us for something, is I guess what I'm saying when I say, you know, you don't have to buy it right away. It could be baiting us. But don't undermine the fact that it is a fantastic set of skills. It is a fantastic avatar board for a lot of people, and I know some people will probably buy both. I am really tempted to personally buy both. With that being said, if you guys have any... Let's rewind. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them down in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer them. This is still a fresh banner, a fresh avatar board, so I still have to sort my thoughts, but that's my initial thoughts. I think those are going to be my thoughts to stay. So yeah, any questions, comments, or concerns, throw them down below. I will be happy to talk about it. With that being said, that is my analysis. Until the next video, everyone, take it easy.